Tonight at 5, a man accused of killing his son's mom outside a daycare here in central Indiana is now on trial.
Opening statements began just 2 hours ago in the case against Orlando Mitchell. And our Rich Nye was in the courtroom as the state and the defense addressed the jury.
And Rich joins us now live with what was said in court today. Rich?
Anne Marie and Felicia, the attorney for Orlando Mitchell, says there's no mystery here that Mitchell shot Crystal Walton. But the defense wants to tell the jury that at the end of this trial, the state will not have proved beyond a reasonable doubt that this was murder by definition. So this morning, this jury was selected here at Marion County Superior Court. Opening statements were at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Video of Mitchell that we show you here is from previous court hearings. No camera is allowed in the courtroom for this trial. The prosecution says that Mitchell staked out the daycare center on September 16, 2022, and waited for Walton, the mother of his 1-year-old son, to drop off her kids and return to her car. The prosecution says Mitchell approached Walton at her car door, firing at least 7 shots. Walton was hit in the head, torso, and leg. She died before help could arrive. Walton had a protective order against Mitchell. The defense says Mitchell was upset and frustrated that he was not being allowed to see his only child. The defense says that Mitchell simply snapped. Mitchell ran from the scene, but he was later apprehended a few hours later on the other side of town after exchanging shots with police. Mitchell was shot in the leg, and listen to this body cam video from the apprehension. Mitchell admits he shot Walton in the face.
I shot that to her face. Y'all want to shoot me in the leg?
Just in case. Okay.
Mitchell commented that police should have shot him in the head as well. And the defense pointed that out to the jury for them to consider his state of mind when he shot Walton. Now, in addition to this case, Mitchell is also charged with the strangulation death of Marion County Deputy John Durham. This happened in the summer of July 2023 when Durham was returning Mitchell right here at the Marion County Community Justice Campus, returning him to the jail from a hospital visit. Now that is a death penalty murder case, but this case will be decided first.
All right, Rich reporting live for us tonight. Thank you so much. Of course, court will continue in the days to come, and we'll get you updated on the developments.
Developing tonight, an Indianapolis man is now facing formal charges accused of causing a deadly crash in Hendricks County. The Hendricks County prosecutor filed 8 charges against Sidoni Pettis today, and they include 3 counts of resisting law enforcement, 2 counts of causing catastrophic injury, and 1 count of causing death when operating a motor vehicle. Plainfield police say he refused to stop for an Avon police officer near US 40 and Ronald Reagan Parkway, crashing into another car which caught fire. A baby and a toddler were riding in the car hit in the crash. Jack Vauder tells us her 2-month-old daughter Iris died in the crash, and her 3-year-old son Aries was also rescued and rushed to the hospital with burns on 60% of his body. So we're going to be following the developments surrounding this story on air and online. Stay with us on our website, WTHR.com.
Sunshine earlier today, clouds moving in ahead of Weather System 1 that we're tracking, and there are a couple this week. Clouds on the increase. We have 37 in Noblesville, 34 at Morris Reservoir, 33 Bunker Hill, and 35 degrees in Carmel. Under a mainly cloudy sky, it will be dry this evening with temperatures in the low to mid 30s. There are a few snow showers developing across the northern sections of Missouri. We've got some moisture building across parts of Arkansas. That will come together, and it's the reason we have winter weather advisories posted for the southern sections of our state thanks to Weather System 1 tomorrow. Weather System 2 has an impact later Wednesday into Thursday. It is going to be an active week of weather. What you do know, it's going to be dry this evening through 11 o'clock. By early tomorrow morning, there will be snow and the potential of some slick roads south. I'll continue the timeline for you in a few minutes.
Thank you, Angela. You want to make sure you've got the Live Doppler 13 weather app on your phone this week. It's a free download. You can get it in your phone's app store. And when you get it, you can check out the weather blog, sign up for notifications. That way you'll get alerts for wherever you happen to be.
Tonight, 2 people are in serious condition after a police chase and crash on the north side of Indianapolis.
It all started on the north side in Castleton around 2 o'clock on Sunday morning. That's when Metro police officers who were working off duty say that they saw a large fight break out in the parking lot.
Now, the officer called for backup, and when more officers arrived, one suspect was trying to leave in a car. Officers say they tried to stop that car, but the driver refused to stop, leading to a chase.
The chase ended when the car went off the road near I-465 in North Meridian, hurting the 2 people traveling inside. They are now expected to face charges in the case. Police also arrested 5 people at the original scene on preliminary charges that are a variety, but include battery, disorderly conduct, and resisting law enforcement.
Also tonight, an adult and 4 minors are facing charges after 2 carjackings minutes apart in Indianapolis.
The victims are okay, but shaken after getting their cars stolen at gunpoint. As Jenny Runovich reports, 3 of the suspects aren't even old enough to drive legally.
Investigators say in both carjackings, young people wearing masks, dressed all in black, went up to parked cars, pulled guns on the drivers, and took their vehicles by force.
The first carjacking happened just after 10 o'clock Friday night at Reflections Apartments near 79th and Ditch. A driver sitting in his car in the parking lot confronted by people with pistols. 15 minutes later, another carjacking. Same scenario. This one at Crystal Bay Apartments near Michigan and West Lane. Both victims are okay, and thanks to license plate readers, police spotted the stolen vehicles on Georgetown Road. After 2 pursuits, police made the arrests and found guns they say were used in the carjackings. The suspects, a 20-year-old man, a 17-year-old boy, a 15-year-old girl, and 14 and 13-year-old boys.
You get out, you have a gun to your head, you're like, okay, you win. You got the draw on me. And then you get out, and then everybody else has to show their weapon, too. You know, there were 3 more guns. 4 total is what I saw. I saw 2 black barrels, 2 silvers. And they're just able to have these guns? How does that work?
The 20-year-old accused is facing charges including resisting police and armed robbery. The teenagers, resisting police and dangerous possession of a firearm. In Indianapolis, Jenny Runovich, 13 News.
In just a few months, Indigo will start construction on its new Blue Line. The bus rapid transit line will stretch 24 miles east to west from the airport to Cumberland.
But this project also means construction detours for drivers as well as businesses. Tonight, our Marion County reporter Lauren Kostick has the timeline and who will be impacted.
Indigo is just weeks from breaking ground on the future Blue Line. It will be the 3rd and largest bus rapid transit line in Marion County.
People can expect that there will be some construction, there will be some lane closures, but we will be maintaining at least 1 lane of traffic through all of those areas.
The project is divided into 12 sections spanning 24 miles. It will connect Cumberland to the airport with 30 stops in between. The project will also bring miles of repaved roads, new sidewalks, and crosswalks, something Transit Ambassador Courtney Hawk is excited about.
I think it's going to be really transformative for the east side specifically, the west side also. I'm really excited to have an option to the airport that's more frequent and quicker.
And the goal is to wrap up construction sometime in 2028 with a total cost of $387 million. In Indianapolis, Lauren Kostick, 13 News.
Thanks, Lauren. And then Indigo is holding several public meetings this week for the community to ask questions about the Blue Line. And there's even one happening right now until 7 p.m. So we have placed a full list of dates on our website at WTHR.com. There you can get all the info you need.
Tonight, a busy road on the southwest side of Indy is back open after some down lines closed the roadway. INDOT at first said a dump truck was involved in a crash and that took down some traffic lights closing the road. But we've since learned that was not the case. We're now learning that a power line came down at the intersection of State Road 67 and Canby. It then burnt the wires of the traffic light, causing that signal head to come down. The down lines caused police to close the intersection, and that was for several hours today.